I'll share your stuff since I have it set up that way. Ooh, I've been recognized as one of WWE's top fans. Get your badge today.
Really?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You can't really tell, but there's my little badge.
Yay.
Can't say the same for the Washington Capitals, though.
All right, we should be live on the old Twitch.
Huh.
It's been a while.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up now on my end.
It has been a while since we've been live on Twitch Zors. I just got a notification now that we went live, so usually takes about a minute.
Yeah, give me a second.
Gonna do.
I really, really fucking hate you, Twitch. I want the volume off for a fucking reason. It should be following me. I know I'm logged in with the TXHT one, but oh, no. Go away. There we go. Yeah, what the hell? Come on, go up.
In fact, our first episode since AwesomeCon. It's our first episode since AwesomeCon.
AwesomeCon. Yeah, it's been a month. There's been a lot of stuff that's going on in a month, man.
Yeah, we're going to have to skip over some of it, though.
Oh, I know. Why does it say we're offline? We're not offline.
We're not offline, we're on.
There we go. Now it's the live feed. And now this time, if people comment, I can actually type and respond because I can see it in front of me. And look this way to my freaking PS4 TV screen.
Yeah.
Benefits of a brand new laptop. It's awesome. It doesn't sound like it's dying either. It's beautiful.
All right. So for those of you who haven't been here for a live 321 before, or watched a VOD of a live 321, what we tend to do is we muck around a bit before and a bit after, and then we record the show in the middle. This is the before and after bit, right? Well, the before bit right now. So we're a little bit more lax than we are. I'm going to give you the recording rates. There we go.
Yep, I got it. And don't mind me if I'm sucking on cough drops the entire time.
I'm used to you sucking, dude.
Asshole.
I'm used to that every time we do a panel. Speaking of which, I want to give a big shout out to Dennis LaChapelle from Wilkes Comic Con, who is bringing myself and Jordan down for the first inaugural Wilkes Comic Con.
I thought I was coming down too.
We hadn't heard anything from you.
Oh, because well, nobody messaged me about.
Well, no, we were. You said you'd let us know if you got the day off on the Friday.
Oh, wait, what Friday is it?
Because we have to leave on the Friday to get to North Carolina by the Saturday. I'll send you the information afterwards.
Okay, because I have half days on Fridays every other Friday now.
Okay.
For the summer.
So, it's possible that all three of us will be there. It is 100% confirmed that there will be an Awesome Mania panel at Wilkes Comic Con. There was going to be a wrestling panel, regardless of the fact. And since I'm hosting it, I'm calling it Awesome Mania. Because why wouldn't I? Let's be fair. Yeah, we're gonna and like Jordan is definitely coming, which is why I mentioned myself and Jordan, we're both definitely going. Mike, we were still waiting to hear from him if he had the last weekend off, which I will now get you the date for when we're done, either tonight or tomorrow morning, probably.
Yeah, because my starting tomorrow, every other weekend, I get out at 1:30 in the afternoon.
Nice, dude.
For the summer, so it's the 31st of May to the right before Labor Day weekend.
Sometime in July, I think it is.
Yeah, I know it's in July, but if we can figure.
Regardless of the fact. That being said, there's a lot to talk about, so this Awesome Mania might go a little bit longer than normal. Especially when I start talking about Double or Nothing. Just a small warning. If you have joined us from our Awesome Con show, we are not PG-13. Just a small warning.
We got away with a couple F-bombs and a couple shit bombs because we also ironically had the head of Awesome Con on stage with us, so you can get a little leniency on that one. Thanks, Penrod. We love you, buddy. Oh, thanks for the Nerd Street Pro Wrestling.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Oh, you didn't get one? Or a hat? No? Shit.
No.
I'll ask Ben for one. You sure? Well, keep in mind, I gave him the Batista t-shirt from...
Fine, I don't care. They probably don't come in disabled fat bastard anyway. Right. So I need to call up... Double or Nothing card. Right, I've got everything I need.
Yeah, I got.
Again, you're going to be leading a lot of this, so
I got the NXT card on my end.
We are going to do predictions for the NXT card. We're not going to be noting them on screen because having a chance to update the spreadsheet. But yeah. Anyway.
All right. We ready for this?
Oh yeah, dude. I'm very ready to shit on All Elite Wrestling.
Oh god. Recording. 3, 2, 1. Mark.
Of course you start recording and I need to blow my nose. Go ahead.
And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Awesome Media. We're back. We're back. It's been a while. So as always, I'm Michael Lindenbaum, and joining me is your undisputed champion, the British Brawler himself, Mr. Ben Taylor.
The what?
The undisputed champion, the British Brawler.
Oh, British Brawler. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were calling me the British Baller, and I was going to be like, stop that immediately.
No, I said Brawler. I do have a cough drop in my mouth. So
okay.
it slurs the speech a little bit.
Okay.
But man, it's been a month.
Yeah.
Last time we were doing this, we're on the stage of Awesome Con with Brian Massey and Ben Penrod. You were arguing with a guy who kept going on after NXT.
Yeah, about why does Vince screw over NXT call up so much? And we answered the same thing 19 times, which was, we don't know.
Which actually, ironically, in the past month, since that, Tyler Breeze is now a full-time NXT roster member.
Yeah, you know that thing that no one else but me said would happen?
I brought it up too.
That you brought up, would it happen? And everyone else was like, I don't think so because of contract. And I was like,
it hasn't been confirmed yet officially, but Killian Dane is going to be full-time NXT. Alexander Wolf is now full-time NXT UK.
Yep.
So those are 3 guys going from main roster to NXT in that time. in that time, Lars Sullivan messages in his or his posts on the message board had come out, which were racist and insensitive. So WWE had fined him $100,000 and sent him the sensitivity training. And just the other day, he deleted his Twitter account.
Can we point out that Lars Sullivan posted racist, anti-minority things on message boards and in tweets.
And homophobic, too.
And homophobic. But they are sending him to Saudi Arabia to beat up 3 Mexicans. Meanwhile, AEW is banning homophobes and transphobes. So, take that for what you will.
Yeah. And then next up in contract talk in the last month, Dash Wilder has had 2 months added to his contract because the Revival have pretty much made it known that they're not going to resign. Luke Harper has had about, I believe, 6 months added to his contract, so his contract's going to expire around WrestleMania time, and they're pretty much going to pay him to stay at home because apparently Vince McMahon doesn't like Luke Harper. He just made up his mind that no matter how good Luke is, it's going to be bad, which I'm sorry, that really sucks because I like Luke Harper as a wrestler. Then you got Lio Rush, who was offered a contract, a 3-year deal for $300,000 a year, which he turned down and says, no, I want it doubled.
Right. Let's talk about the whole Lio Rush situation.
Oh, there's so much more to to Lio Rush.
Because him just wanting double money is not all of that story.
There's also the fact that he's bringing his family and friends without credentials to the shows backstage. And they're getting unruly, and I can tell you which one is the one that is the loudest, but we're not going to say it on here. WBGR. I'm sorry, did I spit out?
I hear nothing.
Yeah. But so you got that problem. There's the problem with his attitude in the locker room, where he has his wife with him backstage, and he's going around saying that, oh, they're going to get the next reality TV show. He's had conversations with Finn Balor, who told him, hey, back off, know your role, which he ignored. He outright lied to Mark Henry's face when Mark Henry was trying to give him advice. And when they're on the European tour, he refused to carry the superstars' bags and set up in his hotel room refreshments for the wrestlers so they can have a place to chill out when they get to the hotel.
Right, so
that is normally a custom in the business when you're first starting out.
It is a custom. However, I think the carrying of the bags needs to stop. I am 100% behind Leo on that one.
But the way he put it, though, was not the best way.
I disagree. It made the fucking point. And for those of you who missed what we're talking about, Leo was told that because he wasn't willing to carry bags and things like that for the senior wrestlers, that people weren't happy with it. I believe that policy needs to go away. Leo put it in the most succinct way possible. And it's because Leo at least sees the image of a young black man carrying an older white man's bags as horribly racist. And I kind of agree, gonna be honest. And in order to stop that, they should just stop the bag carrying whatsoever. It shouldn't be a black man for an older black wrestler forcing a white person or an Asian or a Mexican, or it shouldn't be any senior wrestler forcing a younger wrestler to carry their bags. Now, waiting backstage with water to make sure that the people that you're training with have all that stuff ready for them, you need to be doing that. You should be doing that as their fucking friend anyway, right?
Yeah, and actually one of the things I learned briefly in MCW was that if you're riding with somebody, you pay for their gas, you pay for their food,
you pay for the gas and the food, and they pay for the car.
Yeah, it's like it's courtesy and respect to those around.
And one of the things that Leo said is he couldn't afford to pay for gas and food.
That's a him problem.
Yeah, that's very much a him problem because.
And Mark Henry nailed that one on the money, and so did Booker T. Mm-hmm. Booker T went after Leo Rush.
Now Leo did. Now again, Leo had a point in that Bobby Lashley's current run wouldn't be near as popular without Leo. So why isn't Leo seeing a cut of the t-shirt money?
Because it's Bobby Lashley's name on it.
But he's got a point.
Oh no, he definitely has a point because he's the one who's come up with the catchphrases.
Yeah.
But
not only has he come up with the catchphrases, he single-handedly pulled Bobby Lashley out of a shitstorm. Right? I've never... Again... I think the exact quote is, I've been sent to live TV shows and TVs and forced to pay my own rental for 5 days, as well as a hotel, while not making enough money to do so. Walking around broke in the biggest sports entertainment industry there is, while having 2 kids and a wife to support. Now, I don't know about you, right? But if you're traveling with someone, and you're getting offered $300,000 a year, that should be enough to travel and eat and share hotel rooms and shit.
Well, let me throw this out there. What else have we seen Leo Rush do on social media?
Yeah,
bling, 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 bling.
Yeah, he's spending that money on other things.
Yeah, he's making himself music videos and trying to create a rap career, and he's trying to live that lifestyle. Dare I say he's trying to live that Ric Flair lifestyle.
Yeah.
Where, you know, except for the fact that Ric Flair was...
The point being...
Yeah.
that while Leo does have a few salient points... Don't get me wrong. Does have a few salient points. The t-shirt money, the young men carrying the older wrestlers' bags... Those are good points to have. The rest of his argument is bullshit, and he deserves all of the crap he's getting.
Yeah, and latest rumor is that he's going to go down to NXT. But if I remember...
Latest rumor is he's done.
Well, they want to send him down to NXT. But the thing is, though, is if I remember right, he signed his contract... Oh, now my laptop tells me that we're live. After the fact. We've only been live for like 20 minutes. Well, whatever. But if I remember right, he signed in 2016.
Mm-hmm.
August 2016, which means his contract is up this August. I think right before SummerSlam 2 or right after SummerSlam's over.
Yeah.
So you got about 3 months left. Yeah, about 3 months of his contract left. You know WWE's trying to re-sign him at the same time. But if they re-sign him, they're going to send him down to
NXT. Why are they trying to re-sign him, though?
Talent. I mean, he got better on the mic since I saw him in MCW. I will give him that.
Yeah, but...
but outside
just because someone's good on the mic doesn't make them worthwhile as a... acquisition.
I think it also has to do with AEW now.
Why? He'd get buried in AEW. He'd get Now, don't get me wrong. AEW is a fucking goldmine for anyone that used to have the letters WWE in their fucking contract. Right? It is a goldmine for people that want to leave WWE, go over there and get an easy fucking payday. Because all of the anti-WWE marks that are like, AEW is the best thing ever, we'll fucking get to that, are just gonna start cheering them on buying their shit because they're ex-WWE and they saw the light and joined the other side or whatever. Right?
Yep.
But if his reputation got him buried in a locker room like WWE's locker room, it's gonna get him even more buried in a locker room that has like 50% of people that used to work for New Japan. There's this thing called Young Lions or Young Boys. Don't know whether you've heard of them in New Japan, but they're basically other wrestlers' bitches.
Yeah, and not only that, but like the only thing I could theoretically see Leo do in AEW is rekindle his feud with Joey Janela from CZW. That's the only thing I could legitimately see.
I mean, true, but Joey Janela's got better feud right now.
Like John Moxley,
Jimmy fucking Havoc.
Yeah. He's got bigger fish to fry.
Yeah. And that's not a joke about Leo's size. It's just there's more money to be made elsewhere than Leo fucking Rush.
Yeah, and not only that, but the other thing that also buried Leo was the fact that he did the interview with Fightful.com.
Mm.
And he essentially, in a way, buried WWE while as a WWE employee.
That's becoming a bit more commonplace now, though. Have you noticed?
Yeah.
I mean, even people at the top of the card are kind of burying WWE.
Mostly on the creative side of things, though. They're going after that. You know, it's why Sasha still hasn't come back.
I mean, like after Double or Nothing, it was like, oh, a 5 hour. Becky tweeted, oh, a 5 hour pay per view, aka what the WWE calls short.
Yep.
For those listening on the podcast, that was me shrugging.
Shrug. But yeah, I mean, yeah.
The other thing, since we're talking Leo Rush and his contract, right? It came out literally today, I think, maybe yesterday.
Today's news yet?
Dave Meltzer reporting on Wrestling Observer Radio that some WWE talents have asked for their releases. He will name no names.
Well, we've known that because we've been hearing that ever since AEW
Hold on.
Yep, go on.
And when pressed for who, he would not reveal who. He revealed that it would take at least 2 hands to count the amount. So you're looking at least 11, 12 people have asked for their releases.
I think it is pulling it up right now on my end. Yep, I'm reading it right now. His quote was, "And those who haven't could be counted on 1 or 2 hands."
Mm-hmm.
Meaning they could be tag teams and they counted as 1.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, and here's the thing.
But here's the other. Yeah.
I'm not.
I am.
We've been hearing it since January when AEW became official.
Mm-hmm.
and that's when all the talk of Revival, Sasha, Luke Harper, several others about requesting the release. Talk about maybe the Usos. Randy Orton's name came up. It's like that thing we talked about like a couple months ago, where it's like, just because AEW's here doesn't mean you can just go, well, this person has to leave and this person has to leave.
Yeah.
Just everyone's already fantasy booking AEW to be the next WWE.
No, they're booking AEW to be the next WCW, which is bringing in a lot of ex-WWE guys.
Which is funny because everyone's saying that WWE is becoming WCW, which I don't understand that.
I don't get that. I don't get that.
I don't get that at all. I was like, that doesn't make sense. But okay, think what you want to think.
It's coming WCW as in the
creative side. Of
yeah. Yeah, the
ridiculousness
of some of the booking.
Yeah, whereas AEW could become the WCW by just bringing in constant WWE talents.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just I don't know.
I gotta ask, because I know we're gonna go into AEW in a little bit. Bray Wyatt and the Firefly Funhouse.
I'm all for it.
All for it. So as you know,
I said as much at AwesomeCon.
But now that we've seen more,
I'm still all for it.
That mask.
It's only gotten better.
I know.
The only thing I don't like is the mask, the in-ring look. Looks a wee bit too close to the Joker.
Now, see, I haven't seen that much of the in-ring stuff because, as you know,
it's that thing where he has the mask and he's got the long coat and the pants. It looks a bit like
Heath Ledger Joker.
No, it looks like the comic book Joker when he sliced his own face off and kind of stapled it back on. It looks exactly like that. Even the clothes look a little bit like that. So.
Because I remember us talking about it at AwesomeCon. I wanted to get your feel on how it's evolved since that, because it's been a month.
I was for it then. It's only gotten better, but it's getting to the point now where they need to get him back in the fucking ring. And when they bring him back, he needs to not be allergic to winning.
So, but one of the things actually that I've read in the last week or two is that apparently Bray Wyatt, he actually helps a lot of guys with their promos and stuff backstage. He's been doing some of that. That just tells you that he creatively, he really knows what he's doing, and he's able to utilize that to help others, try to get their promos out there better, which is kind of cool when you look at it from that perspective.
Yeah.
So good on Bray. Good on Bray. Not on TV for a while, but hey, you're able to do something still.
Well, he was hurt. I mean.
Yeah. Well, and then he also had the kid with JoJo.
Yeah, but most of it was him being hurt.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, let's just go right into it, shall we? AEW Double or Nothing.
More the latter than the former, let's be honest. Okay, so it's time for a critical look at Double or Nothing. Right? There's a lot of people out there that have said Double or Nothing was a success on all levels. That it succeeded not only as an event, but as a mission statement. And I have to wonder if we were watching the same program.
See, I actually agree with certain points of why it was successful, but there were things that did irk me a bit. And as I mentioned to you before we went live on Twitch for the pre-stuff, I was watching Cody versus Dustin and the Young Bucks versus Lucha Bros. One of the things that bothered me a lot, just rewatching those, camera angles. the way they did their cuts and how they went from one camera to another. It wasn't the cleanest. That was something that kind of bothered me. There were spots where they should.
I think that will get cleaner as the team works together more.
Yeah,
and they get used to each other's shorthand more.
Oh yeah,
and they discover their own style.
Which they got like 3 more pay-per-views before they actually hit television.
We'll get to that. To that. So, one of the big mission statements that AEW has is to not be WWE. Okay? If that is indeed one of your mission statements, stop pretending like pre-shows don't exist. Stop it. 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 Quote from Frankie Kazarian's Twitter. Let me pull it up so I know that I'm getting the quote exactly right.
While we're at it, stop it.
Yes, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Right. To quote Frankie Kazarian. Double or Nothing is history. We all made history together. The first match of the first ever AEW PPV featured SCU, and we are so honored to forever have that.
There was a battle royal.
And a singles match.
And a singles match. Which they even touted on the commentary as the first official AEW singles match.
Mm-hmm.
Which was Kip Sabian versus
Sammy Guevara.
Guevara, yeah.
Shout out to my boy Kip, representing the UK.
Hell of a match.
Hell of a match.
Hell of a match. I enjoyed that match. And I think, and also we should probably say right now.
Let me focus on this, right?
Okay.
Now, I know that Frankie put in his thing the first match of the first AEW pay-per-view. Because the others are on free TV, right?
Yep.
This is just more spin to make SCU look good. Fucking stop it. Give the credit to the people that deserve it. If you don't want to crown a Battle Royal as your first match, give the credit to Kip Sabian and fucking Sammy Guevara.
Yeah, especially the fact that the Battle Royal had title implications to it.
We'll fucking get to that.
But also, I want to throw this out there before we go further. Number one thing that you and I both agree on, the wrestling matches, we definitely enjoyed the grabs. 100% enjoyed the grabs.
That's in a point I'm bringing up later.
Yep. But
right, so
pre-show doesn't exist apparently, except it did exist.
Yes, except it existed so fucking hard that the very first match had title implications. A title that hadn't even been revealed at that point. The Battle Royal had so many people in it that have been featured on the show that basically launched this brand of being the elite. MJF, be it what's his face? Joey Janela.
Yeah, MJF, Joey Janela.
Hangman Page. Like, those three alone have been... but those three alone have been focal points of being the elite for months. Which means that whatever match they're in matters, because being the elite is basically what helped launch this entire fucking promotion. Don't tell me that a pre-show that involves a match that has title implications on it doesn't matter. That's what they do to the cruiserweights all the time in WWE, and they wonder why no one gives a shit about the cruiserweight title. Fuck that. Stop doing it. Also, we're talking about the Battle Royal. Plan your fucking spots better. I know I'm not talking about Joey Janela taking a choke slam from Luchasaurus on the top of his head. I'm talking about spots going off at the same time. There was a moment where something happened and we missed Joey Janela getting a lit cigarette stapled to his forehead by Jimmy Havoc. Yeah. All of a sudden there was a cigarette stapled to his forehead. Like, what? How do you fuck that up? It's not like you planned this Battle Royal yesterday. This is the first show you've ever done. You've had months to plan this Battle Royal. And again, good graps. We'll get to that fucking later.
I have one question, though.
Yes.
There was a guy who was in that Battle Royal.
Yeah.
His name is Tommy Dreamer.
Yeah.
How many promotions has this guy wrestled for?
All of them.
if it's been grown.
Also, AEW, I'm going to say this now. And it's probably going to come up later. Don't fuck up Jimmy Havoc. The send-off Jimmy got at Alexandra Palace at Super Strong Style 16 from Progress, which is the main promotion where he made his name, was one of the most emotional things I've experienced in wrestling. Don't fuck that up. Have Jimmy Havoc mean something in your fucking company. Please. On to another Englishman, Kip Sabian, Sammy Guevara. Fucking great match. 10 minutes. Just loved it. They may need to rename some of Kip Sabian's moves. Because most of his signature moves are named after Harry Potter shit. Like he's got the Cruciatus knee brace, and his finish is called the Deathly Hallows. Like, mainly because they don't want to get sued, probably.
Makes sense, you know.
Then we get into the main card, and we get to SoCal Uncensored against Strong Hearts. Great graps.
It was a great match. Yep. I didn't really know the Strong Heart team, and from what I was hearing,
you weren't supposed to. They were.
From what I was hearing from commentary, they were just a team that was also kind of just put together. They hadn't really tagged together much. So, but I enjoyed what I saw. I definitely liked what I saw out of the guys in Strong Hearts, because I'm obviously very aware of SCU, especially from when they're in Impact before they went to Ring of Honor. So I knew what I was getting out of those guys, so I was paying more attention to the Strong Heart guys, and I definitely enjoyed what I saw out of those guys.
No, SCU weren't in
well,
Impact.
No, but the three, two of them, Kazarian and Daniels, were both in Impact.
Yes,
because I especially remember. And I especially remember watching in the early days of TNA the feud between Daniels and AJ Styles.
Yep,
that was some good shit right
there. All I can say is it was a good match.
It was a good match.
A couple of botches. But you could say that literally every match on the show, on the card. No one's fucking bringing it up like they do whenever every day happens on fucking any botch happens on WWE, you'll hear about that for a fucking week. Then we get to Britt Baker, DMD, versus Nyla Rose versus Kylie Ray, and Brandy Rhodes inserting Awesome Kong into the match. Where to begin? Where do we begin, Mike?
With Awesome Kong being inserted into the match.
Say that again?
With Awesome Kong being inserted into the match?
Yeah, let's start there, shall we?
Since that is the beginning part.
So, remember when I said that one of AEW's things is to not be WWE? Why do we have a heel authority figure already in the very first fucking event?
Shoulder shrug?
Because that's what this is. This Brandy Rhodes thing is her playing out with her being a heel. Because for weeks she's been telling everyone, oh, I think you're going to win the match. And she tells someone else on the very same day, you're going to win the match. And then she introduces Awesome Kong. Right?
Yep.
My Facebook's going off like crazy. So yeah, just
it's not a good look with that right off the bat.
no. Also, can we talk about the fact that we're 4 matches into the card and we've had 1 singles match?
Yep.
Right. Also, I feel bad for Nyla Rose. Because
she should have been the monster of the match. But then when you introduce Awesome Kong, that kind of takes
that deflates everything else. Now, admittedly, Nyla Rose was the one to take Awesome Kong out of the match with the spear into the stairs. Yep. Right? But as was fairly obvious, Britt Baker comes out with the win. Like, she's been the face of their women's division for a while. She's probably heading into a program with B. Priestley for the title. But we don't know that.
Yeah, because they also were promoting Sadie Gibbs.
Well, Sadie,
sorry.
No, Sadie.
They did a little vignette for Sadie Gibbs.
They did. But...
And not only that, but Allie was also on commentary.
Because she's got a match coming up with...
Brandy at Fight for the Fallen.
And Brandy had already said that she was bringing a special friend to the Fight to the Fallen, which we now know is Awesome Kong. But again, we don't know where this leaves Britt Baker. We don't know where this leaves anyone in this match. Right?
Yeah.
So, on to the 5th match of the card. Best friends, Chuck Taylor and Trent Beretta, defeated Angelico and Jack Evans.
Okay. Full disclosure, I still haven't seen the last 3 minutes of the match.
Have you seen what happens after the match?
I have seen what happens after the match.
Right.
And I will say this, before I lost the feed, I was loving this damn match.
It's a great match. Great match.
It definitely was a great match. I was loving it so much.
Great match. Then at the end, they're getting ready to shake hands and hug, because that's the best friends thing, they hug. Lights go down. Two people appear and beat shit out of them with a bunch of masked dudes. Right? And the whole time on commentary, the commentators are going, "You know who that is? You know who that is?" I'm like, no, I don't.
And the crowd's even chanting, "Who are you?"
Well, no, they know who they are, but it's more that's more the derisive, "Who are you?" than the actual. Your average wrestling fan don't know who that is. And the reason why they weren't saying their name is because they didn't want to get sued to fuck. Because that was a tag team called the Super Smash Brothers.
Sorry, hold on. I think I hear Nintendo on the line.
Yeah. Don't do a segment where your commentators know who people are and don't tell your audience. Just have the commentators pretend not to know.
Kind of like what Ring of Honor and New Japan did with Enzo and Cass.
Holy shit. Then that actually makes the audience members that don't know go, I need to find out, instead of just fucking tell me.
Yep.
Then we get to
6 women's tag team match, which that is one of 2 matches that I have not seen.
Just don't. Don't.
I'm gonna watch it now to spite you, Ben.
Fine.
I don't know. And
when I get the message going, holy shit, I want 20 minutes of my life back, I'll say, I told you so.
Well, let's be brutally honest. When we're done recording here, I'm going back to watching Omega versus Jericho, because that's the other match I haven't seen.
Right. So how do I put this without sounding like a horrible racist or a misogynist?
Just gonna duck off screen now.
I can't stand, and I understand this is a personal thing, I can't stand women pro wrestlers from Japan. I can't understand how they do high-pitched grunts and squeals every time they do a move. I don't like... There was one of the people in this match, I couldn't even remember which one it is, who just basically had an epileptic fit all the way to the ring.
It's just not your cup of tea.
It's just not for me.
Yeah.
I'm sure what was there was good graps.
But it just wasn't your cup of tea.
Fun fact about the previous match, by the way. Best Friends versus which is Chuck Taylor and Trent Berg and Angelico and Jack Evans. Did you know that match confirmed that 6-man tag team matches aren't tag team matches? Because during that match, I'm not sure who it was. I think it might have been Excalibur. Or it might have been Alex Marvez went first ever tag team match in the AEW, and I'm like, no, it's not. You've done had one.
Yeah, because we were talking about that earlier this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
also, every single person on their roster that is signed to be a referee is a senior official, because they said senior official before like 5 different people's names.
I can understand Earl Hebner being the senior official, because he's the longest tenured out of probably all of them.
Whatever.
But
just pick one. Pick one to make your main referee. WWE can get away with having 3 because they've got 3 brands, right?
Yep.
At least one of those three should be head referee, not just senior official. Anyway. But yeah. 6-woman tag team match. Great graps. Things happened. Saying that a lot. And it will come to a point. Then we get to Cody versus Dustin.
Yeah, I believe so.
This was
Talking about a mission statement.
This was the only match on the card I actually cared about.
I actually cared about it a lot too, because
right?
because we wanted to see that WrestleMania match. We never got it.
It's not just that, right? Yeah, I wanted to see certain performers. I wanted to see Adam Page. I wanted to see MJF. I wanted to see Jimmy Havoc. I wanted to see Angelico and Jack Evans. I wanted to see Nyla Rose. I wanted to see both teams in the AAA World Tag Team match. I wanted to see Jericho and Omega. I didn't care about their matches.
You just want to see them.
Just wanted to see them, right? I cared about this match because they actually put some effort into making us care about this match, which we'll come back to. It was a great match. Dustin might have gone a little too far with the blade job.
Yeah, I will say this because I watched it before we went live. There were times where I had to look away because it was a little.
Then you do not want to watch the very last Jimmy Havoc match in progress.
Because here's the thing, I don't mind blood, but there comes a limit to it.
You definitely do not want to watch the last. Like Jimmy Havoc is standing there with the microphone, giving his goodbye speech, and he's like, "I think I should stop because I'm fairly sure I'm bleeding out right now."
Like it was Eddie Guerrero bad, like Eddie Guerrero Judgment Day versus JBL bad.
Yeah, that's nothing. It was Dustin, bad, but
that's what I compared it to.
I really liked the fact that Brandy got thrown out. Like that was a nice touch.
I liked how Diamond Dallas Page came out and actually
just literally, like she was pulling the "I fucking help own this company. I'm not going anywhere" heel authority figure, and DDP was just like, "Nope." Okay.
But yet again, Cody was the heel in this match.
Well, he's been the heel in the entire fucking build-up. Yep. It should come as a shock to nobody that he was the heel.
Which apparently,
yeah. Let's talk about the thing that happened during Cody's entrance.
The shot heard round the world.
The misdirected fucking shot, if I may say so.
Yeah, I remember seeing that on Twitter because they posted the full clip of the entrance, and I remember watching that going like, "All right, that's kind of cool," but I thought we weren't going to go this direction.
But it's not about that, right? If you're going to take a shot at someone in WWE, it shouldn't be Triple H, who's trying to make things better. It should be fucking. Now, I understand Triple H took shots at AEW in the fucking Hall of Fame, right? But he was clearly fucking joking, right? You should be taking shots at Vince, not at Triple H. That's fucking stupid. That's really stupid. That's like saying, hey, that NXT thing that everybody universally says is like the best wrestling in America at the moment, maybe even on the planet. Yeah, the guy that made that is an asshole.
So apparently, today Triple H hosted a media call.
Yeah.
Remote takeover. Regarding the shots he took at AEW during the Hall of Fame induction for DX earlier this year, Triple H said they took advantage of a fun moment to jab at AEW because Billy Gunn was there.
Yeah.
Because obviously Gunn works backstage. Triple H said they had to address the elephant in the room because that's what DX does.
Yes.
And he also indicated that most of it was improvised.
Yeah.
was then asked about Cody Rhodes' sledgehammer shot at AEW Double or Nothing, but he would not directly acknowledge it. He went on to say that he doesn't think about it and he isn't focused on them or what they're doing or what anyone else is doing or what anyone else is and isn't saying. The direct quote is, for me, I don't really even think about it, to be honest. When it comes to this takeover, I just want to put out the best product possible. He continued by saying, I'm focused on the Saturday takeover and the brand and making bigger stars coming out of this.
Why would you yeah, you took a shot at the wrong guy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you
like,
did.
So it's like, for Triple H, it didn't even phase him. He's focused on this Saturday.
Of course it didn't phase him.
Yeah, and honestly...
He's putting out some of the best wrestling ever.
Yeah, and here's the thing. It's like, okay, you want to take a shot at Triple H? All right. Exactly 7 days later, he's putting out his show. Because you ain't really going to get it on Raw or SmackDown, because that's all Vince.
Nope.
You're going to get it with TakeOver 25.
No, you're not. That's the thing, is you're not going to get a shot taken at AEW at a TakeOver, because Triple H doesn't need to.
A shot not taken is also a shot.
Yeah. No.
All you have to do is put out a great fucking show, and then
no, it's not. A shot not taken is not a taken. A shot aimed for and not taken is still a shot. A guy that just ignores you is not taking a shot. He's just literally not acknowledging you exist. You can't. That's not right. I'm sorry.
You should hop on the ice with me sometime. I'll show you what it means, like in ice hockey, in our terms.
We're not doing ice hockey. We're doing wrestling.
I know, but that's where some of my logic comes from. Keep in mind, 26 years of playing hockey.
Doesn't matter. You can't just universally apply that stuff, right? You can't. A shot not taken.
But
tell me how a shot not taken is still a shot.
Oh,
explain it to me.
So one of the things that I've been able to do in hockey is if people are jawing at you and stuff like that.
Yeah.
While they're jawing, you're just okay, wait for it. You keep playing your game. You score a goal, even though that guy was jawing at you. You went in and you scored the goal of the game, and he's.
That's not a shot. That's actually just playing the game.
Yeah, but the thing is,
that's not a shot. The only kind of shot it is on goal. That's literally doing the point of the game. That is not taking a shot at someone.
We'll talk about it off air, but we have our own version of mind games that we play in hockey that doesn't really work with wrestling. That doesn't work with wrestling.
This isn't hockey, Mike.
I know. Why did I just say there's certain things that I can do in hockey that won't work in wrestling? But anyways, moving on. So I got you. You're laughing at me, which is what I also wanted to have you do. So I did my job.
Just Matt and Nick. Sorry, Cody and Dustin had a great match.
I enjoyed the match. Like I said, there were just points I had to turn away because of the way.
Fuck the ending.
I get why they did it. But I do agree with you that it wasn't the right time to do it.
No, what should have happened is they should have just had it fucking walk away and have this happen down the line. They absolutely deflated all. Now, that's not true. They built up so much onus on Cody saying. The whole point of this match was Cody saying, when an old dog can't go anymore, you pull out your gun and you put it the fuck down. Right?
Old Yeller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he beats him and he's like, I'm not gonna do it. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Yeah, there was a really nice touching moment of I don't need a friend, I don't need a partner, I need my older brother. Nice touching moment. Douse these kids together. Whatever. Right? But it deflated everything that they'd done to that point. It was a feel-good moment, sure, but I don't feel like we needed that feel-good moment. Young Bucks, Matt and Nick versus the Lucha Brothers.
Actually, well, can I go back to Dustin and
Yeah.
Cody real quick? Sorry, I was getting distracted because I had notifications pop up real quick. One thing I will say, and I do agree with you, that it kind of took away the moment or the momentum of that match. You have Fighter Fest coming up this upcoming month before you do Fight for the Fallen in July.
Yep.
And Cody is taking on, I believe, Joey Janela. No.
No, he's fighting Darby Allin.
Yeah, that's right, Darby Allin. You could have set something up at Fighter Fest where you could have had a couple people come out and attack Cody. And that's when Dustin could have come out and made the save. And then that's when they could have done the whole thing about, oh, I've signed myself to a tag team match for Fight for the Fallen.
I said, there is...
it could have been done better. But I agree with you on that. It did actually take away from the match itself. But still great crafts. So Young Bucks versus Lucha Bros.
There's a lot of talk online about, the Elite just booked themselves to win everything except the main event, but that's... I can assure you that the Young Bucks and the Lucha Brothers had nothing to do with the booking of this match. I can guarantee the winner of this match came from AAA. Like, AAA chose who won this match, not AEW.
Why do you say that?
Huh?
Why do you say that?
It was for the AAA World Tag Titles.
Well, no, I get that, but why would they have Young Bucks go over Lucha Bros? Why would AAA choose that?
Business, my dear Michael. Business.
The same reason why we lost Pac versus Hangman?
Partly. But think about this, right? You have what is possibly the hottest tag team feud on the planet right now, outside of one that can't happen, which will be the Young Bucks and the Revival. Right?
In time.
The Young Bucks and the Lucha Brothers are probably widely regarded as the two best tag teams on the planet. Right? Young Bucks make a lot of money wherever they go. Draw crowds. They also have the sparkly new thing of AEW behind them. You want them to keep coming to your arenas as often as possible. And now, you can have the rematch where the Lucha Brothers get the titles back in Mexico. Your mighty dollar, my friend.
Yep.
Mighty dollar.
Makes sense.
Again, good match. Meant something in AAA land, I'm sure. And then we get to the main event, which has been the main event since however long ago it was the pool party was.
Yeah.
Christopher Jericho against Kenneth Omega. In a singles match.
I love Jericho's entrance.
In a singles match where the winner faces Paige for the AEW World Title, probably at Fight for the Fallen.
It's either going to be Fight for the Fallen or All Out.
Regardless.
Yeah. It'll be one of those two.
It was okay. Good graps.
I haven't seen the match yet, so I'm going to hold off on commenting on it.
It was good graps. Very hard hitting. The graps happened. And then the moment that has the entire internet
on fire.
Wrestling community pooping its panties. Which is the debut of Jonathan Moxley. Rest in peace, Renee Young, because I'm sure you're going to get punished for this. Right. Now, You heard me say quite a lot. It was a good match. And then say nothing else. That's because of the 9 matches on the card. 3 matches meant something. The very first match, the very last match, and Cody Dustin. Now, Cody Dustin, they did a great job in building. An absolutely great job at building. But they did it in a way that was utterly deflated afterwards. Right?
Yeah, which we've already
covered.
Agreed on that. Yeah.
Okay. So the only other 2 matches that really meant anything in the course of AEW were the first match and the last match, which was the 21-man confusing as fuck Raw Battle Royal.
The buy-in Battle Royal.
And the main event. Now, the moment that Park dropped out, you knew Adam Page was going in the Battle Royal. The fact that Adam Page was in the Battle Royal, you knew Adam Page was winning the Battle Royal. And if the winner is facing Adam Page, the AEW title, you know that Chris Jericho is beating Kenny Omega.
Well, I mean, I saw Jericho winning this one to even up the score against.
But regardless of anything else, the point is, the 2 matches that had any long-term consequences in AEW, you kind of knew the outcome of before the show even started. There were no shocks, there were no surprises in results.
Yep.
And the moment that Adam Page won the Casino Battle Royale, you already knew the result of the main event 5 hours fucking later. None of these other matches meant shit. Now, we know that AEW have said that wins and losses will matter, right?
Yeah.
And we're cool with that. The problem is, algorithm they're going to use for wins and losses mattering isn't out yet.
And honestly, I don't think it's going to be out yet until we get closer to the TV.
It's not gonna matter till we hit the TV. But my point is, because none of that is out, any match that's just happening is just a match. Right? Why did Kip Sabian and Sammy Guevara have a match? As far as I'm aware, they never even interacted on being the Elite. Why did we bring over 6 Japanese female pro wrestlers to have a match? Are they part of the women's division? I don't know. I know that I think Aja Kong might be, but I don't know about the others. What was the point of the Britt Baker, Nyla Rose, Kylie Ray, Awesome Kong match? And why the fuck does watching Kylie Ray creep me out? That's not on AEW. It creeps me out in the way that watching Bayley creeps me out. It's just like watching a 6-year-old wrestle. Why did the Best Friends and Angelico Jack Evans have a match? Other than to get beaten up by a team that we will never know the identity of, apparently. A lot of the stuff just didn't mean anything. It was great graps, sure, but it was no better graps than I usually see on like a Progress show, or a Ring of Honor show, or on a TakeOver. Especially on a TakeOver. In fact, the next night on Raw, while there was a lot to hate on the next night on Raw, there was a match between Cesaro and Ricochet that I would put against any match on this card. With how good it was.
Yeah, I haven't seen the match yet, but I from what I saw and what I read, that Ricochet Cesaro match was the highlight of the entire. It's the only reason to probably watch Raw.
But that's my point. My point is, Double or Nothing didn't mean anything in the long run. So don't go sucking its dick. It was a fine pro wrestling show. There were a lot of great graps to be had. But I can show you 90 chapters of progress to give you the exact same thing. Even if it's just random matches. And that, as a mission statement to be different than WWE, ain't all that different. Because there's a whole lot of matches on Monday Night Raw that don't matter. We've got heel authority figures. We've got taking shots at other companies. We've got... I'm just saying, it's not all hugs and puppies in AEW land. Next segment.
Yeah.
Unless you want to have a thought.
I mean, my thing is that I think as we get closer to October, and we get closer to, you know, them going on to TNT, I think things are going to become more clear. Because I agree with you, only 2 matches had a long-term effect.
Yeah.
Outside of all the other matches, and that was the first and the last match.
And that's what I'm saying is, I'm not saying that there won't be long-term consequences of this, or there won't be long-term ramifications. I'm saying we don't know what they are.
Yeah.
We're going to wait a month to find out.
Yeah, and my thing is that, like, I'm just enjoying the wrestling for the wrestling right now from AEW. But I'm really waiting for them to hit television because I really want to see what they're going to do different compared to WWE in regards to the television product. Because that's the number one thing that everyone is always going on about. I'm reserving my judgment until after, say, 6 months to a year of AEW TV product. Because that's how much time we're really going to need to gauge what AEW is really going to be about. We can't just harbor it off of just a pay-per-view or 4 pay-per-views before.
Also, Jericho has to stop using that fucking Judas effect elbow. It looks awful. That can't be his finisher going forward. It can't. It's like John Cena lightning punch levels of bad.
All right, next segment. We want to go right into predictions for TakeOver?
Sure.
Or do we want to talk about Beatbox Brock?
I don't want to talk about Beatbox Brock, but we can talk about it after predictions.
All right.
I can use the predictions to mentally build myself up to talking about Beatbox Brock.
All right. So I'm on WWE's website right now, and we got 5 matches. I'm going to start from the bottom and work my way up. Starting at the bottom, we got, of the bottom of the card, we have Matt Riddle versus Roderick Strong. So, predictions-wise on that one, I think Matt Riddle gets his first full match TakeOver win on this one.
Yeah.
I could also smell some shenanigans too because of what's been going on with Undisputed Era and Roderick Strong at the same time too.
Here's what I genuinely think is going to happen, right? I think that there's going to be some shenanigans that's going to cost Roddy the match, right? And it's going to be like this whole thing about Roderick Strong's getting ready to get kicked out of the Undisputed Era. And then it's going to all be a fucking work for the main event. And they've been on the same page the whole fucking time. Anyway, carry on. Yeah, Matt Riddle, fine.
And then not only that, but from what I've been hearing, they're queuing Matt Riddle to challenge for the NXT title at TakeOver Toronto in August. So a TakeOver win would help that cause.
Another TakeOver win.
Yes. Well, first
he has
match.
He does have a win at TakeOver. The bell did ring to start the match, and it did ring to end the match. That is a full match, Mike. Can't take that away from Cassius Ohno.
All right. Next up, we have the Velveteen Dream defending his NXT North American Championship versus Tyler Breeze.
Don't make me pick.
I know this is. I want everybody to win. Okay, let's be brutally honest here. I think Velveteen Dream is going to put me down for Velveteen Dream as the winner of this match. But the ultimate winner of this match is going to be us. Because that match is probably going to be the match of the night.
I think Tyler Breeze is going to win.
Probably as like a thing from Triple H to Tyler.
Well, not just that, but like I just feel that while Velveteen Dream's over, right? Don't get me wrong. He doesn't need that belt to be over. And he should be challenging for the main fucking title anyway. Also, I really just want to see Tyler Breeze with a strap.
We've been very long delayed of having that moment.
There is something to be said for someone coming back to NXT and making a point. Now, he didn't get it done against Ricochet because that was a bit of a surprise, right?
But now he's full-time.
But now he's like full-time NXT. Plus, I just don't care. I want Tyler Breeze to win the belt. Plain and simple.
I think the number one thing we can both agree on is that we're both massive fans of both Dream and Breeze.
I am a bigger fan of Tyler Breeze.
And that's fair. But the fact that we have to try to pick between one of the two is extremely hard.
Also, there's something to be said for. I almost like the idea of Tyler winning because Velveteen Dream just can't handle it and leaves. Can't handle that he can't beat Tyler Breeze and just like gets himself DQ'd or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna go for Tyler because fuck it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Either way, I lose in this match. So.
Yep. Next up, you have a ladder match for the vacant NXT Tag Team Championship. Danny Burch and Oney Lorcan versus the Street Profits versus the Forgotten Sons versus Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly.
Fuck this match. Fuck this match. Fuck this match. Fuck this match.
Wait.
Fuck this match.
Okay. Sorry, I had to do the one where I pointed to you and I got it. But,
what the fuck aren't Hanson and Ivar and Eric in this match?
Because they relinquished the belts because they went to Raw.
Right. That's not actually what happened in the storyline, though, is it? They got stripped of the titles because of a brawl with the Street Profits in the middle of a fucking match.
Which beforehand, they were trying to relinquish the belts. And then the match was made.
And how often have the Viking Warriors been on Raw the last couple of weeks?
Oh no, I've been following on Twitter and it doesn't seem like much.
0. Just have them in the fucking match. Have them lose. You did so much to build up Hanson and Rowe as this undefeatable team. You've done it 3 or 4 times now in NXT, where you build up an undefeatable team and you just have them leave the brand. Did it with AOP. You did it with Viking Raider Warrior experience
thing
MacGuffin, and you basically did it with the Ascension, right? You could make a team. You could make any. Well, You don't need to make the Undisputed Era because they're the Undisputed Era. You could make any one of the 3 other teams by having them just beat the War Raiders. Just have them beat the War Raiders. Why is that so fucking hard?
Yeah. I honestly, going into this match, my dark horse pick is the Forgotten Sons.
I want Street Profits to win, man.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a fan of the Street Profits. They feel, and I predict this is what will happen to them when they get called to the main roster.
Oh, they're gonna get turned into Crime Time.
Oh yeah, they're gonna get turned into Crime Time, and it is.
But that's why I want them to be able to shine now.
Which is fair, and I agree with that point. But there's also something about the Forgotten Sons that I'm kind of drawn to.
But the Forgotten Sons have time. They've only been a team for like a year. On television, 6 months. Street Profits have been a team for a while.
Yeah.
And if they don't win the title soon, what's the fucking point? They're just going to split them up and then they'll both be lost in the shuffle.
Montez, no. Dawkins, yes.
They will absolutely both get lost in the shuffle.
I think Montez won't. But that's just a gut feeling.
Why do you think that?
Bianca Belair.
Okay.
They could easily pair them up. And actually, this is something.
But that doesn't put him in the shuffle as a wrestler.
Hold on.
It makes him her fucking attaché.
Well, let me throw this out there. Because you didn't hear this, but remember when we went to NXT last year in DC at the Anthem?
Yeah.
So, when Dix and I got on Metro to head back to Shady Grove to get to my car,
yeah,
there were people on the Metro saying if they put Montez with Bianca Belair, they would top Maurice and The Miz as the it couple in WWE.
Bullshit.
Which, yeah, that was my line too. So I'm like, all right, why don't you bring them up to the main roster and put their money where your mouth is on that one?
See how that worked for Maria and Mike.
Yeah. You know, but I could see it working to an extent.
They would both get... Bianca's going to get lost in the shuffle when she comes to the main roster. So's Angelo. So's Montez.
Well, here's my hot take. If say the Street Profits don't win the tag team titles this weekend, and they get split up, I don't see Dawkins ever making the main roster. I see Montez making it, but I don't see Dawkins.
Yeah, but Montez is just gonna. Montez Ford is just gonna turn into another fucking. What's his face? Uhaa Nation. What's his face? Fucking
Apollo Crews.
Apollo Crews.
Or
Same
Apollo.
thing's gonna happen to him.
Yeah.
I want the Undisputed Era to win. I want the Street Profits to win. I think the Street Profits will win. Mainly because they were the ones trying to get the titles off the War Raiders in the first place.
And honestly, storyline-wise, that's the best thing that could work. They're the ones that tried to get it off him in the first place, and they end up.
And I think the Roderick Strong shenanigans will continue here. I think Roddy
that's going to be a theme throughout the night.
That's what I'm saying. Is I think Roddy will come out, and the Undisputed Era will be like, "The fuck, dude," blah, 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 and they're going to lose, and everyone's going to think that with Adam Cole and Gargano in the final match, everyone's going to be like, can't rely on the Undisputed Era now, and they're just going to come down and they're just going to shit on Johnny Gargano. So the next match is big old Shani B against
versus
Io Shirai
for the women's title.
The women's title.
Okay, here's the bigger question to this.
Okay.
Does Shayna drop this Saturday, or does Shayna drop in Toronto?
Who do you see her wrestling in Toronto?
This is a shot in the dark, and I'm only saying this because they're from Toronto. They finally built her up, Aaliyah.
Who?
Aaliyah.
Sorry, you cut out. I was like,
yeah, I said Aaliyah. She's from Toronto. She's been in NXT for a few years now. She's apparently tagging with Vanessa Bourne on the live event.
Counterpoint.
Go for it.
Mia Yim.
I would be 100% okay with that.
Because Mia just ended up beating Bianca on TV. Though I think Io's going to win.
You think Io's going to win?
I'm not sure if she's going to take the title, but I think she might win. Have you seen the... I know you haven't, but I'm going to use this as a leading statement. Have you seen the NXT TakeOver Target Takeover?
Not yet.
Okay. The segments they do with Io and Shayna puts Shayna over strong, and basically has Io going, well, I beat her when I was in Japan, I can do it again. There has got to be some sort of nullifying factor for Jessamine Duke and Maria Schiffner. Now that Kairi Sane is part of the Kabuki Warriors. Fuck you, Vince. There's got to be some kind of thing there. And I would love Shayna to retain, because I think Shayna as women's champion is absolutely fucking brutal. And I wish they'd gone with my idea rather than the bullshit they played for Becky Lynch. But, yeah. I'm going to say Io's going to win, but she doesn't necessarily take the belt.
All right. I'm going...
The fact of the matter is this, right? I've been kind of out of wrestling for a month. Outside of AEW, right? Just because I've not really watched NXT, I've not watched Raw or SmackDown. I don't care about a lot of these matches. I only care about two matches on this card. Velveteen Dream and Tyler Breeze. It's got Tyler Breeze in it. And I can't care about the main event. Everything else in this match can go either way. I don't care who wins. Though I would very much like... We'll get to this when we talk about the main event, so yeah.
Yeah, for me, I'm going to go with Baszler with her dropping the belt at TakeOver Toronto.
Okay.
In August. All right, and the main event. The NXT Championship is being defended by Jonathan Q Wrestling Gargano. You're welcome, good sir. Against Adam Cole, baby.
My money's on Adam Cole. My money's on Adam Cole. I've been a massive fan of Adam Cole for years. And again, the NXT TakeOver Target Takeover Takeover Target Overtake over Target Take over Target Take. I don't even know what the fuck it's called. If you watch it, it shows you two sides. It shows you Johnny Gargano having just won the NXT Championship.
Wait. Who?
Jonathan Q Wrestling Gargano. Okay. I say Johnny Gargano because it comes up in a moment. Jonathan Q Wrestling Gargano having just won the NXT Championship and going back to Ohio and going to like his parents' restaurant where they have a meal and going to the Cleveland Indians and throwing out the first pitch and being invited in by the Cleveland Browns to be the guest of honor and try all this other bullshit on him. get his own Cleveland Indians jersey with Gargano 1 written on the back, and shows him going back to his wrestling school, showing all the trainees, hey, look, it's the fucking NXT title. You can touch it if you want. Dreams can be, like, come true. And then on the other side, you just see Adam Cole winning match after match after match, and wrestling and wrestling and wrestling and wrestling, and going, I beat Gargano 1-1-4. I won the first 4. I'm the rightful champion. I'm bringing in Adam Cole like he's never seen before. And it's all about how Adam Cole has been working his ass off, and how Jonathan Q Wrestling Gargano has basically been like, champion now.
It's like he hit the pinnacle. He won the big one.
Yeah. And he's going off and showing it to all his friends, while Adam Cole's been going out and just like kneeing Matt Riddle in the back of the head a lot.
Yeah. Now, of course, the thing that they aren't showing is the fact that Gargano has been hurt.
That's my point.
Yeah.
Is the image they're painting is of a Gargano who has been sharing his victory. And they've been painting a picture of an Adam Cole who was laser fucking focused. My money's on Adam Cole.
You know what? You fucking convinced me. Put me down for Adam Cole, baby.
Besides, Gargano's more successful when he's chasing the title, in my opinion.
And there are certain people who thrive in that role, too.
And he's one of them. He's Johnny Underdog. He's not Johnny Champion.
And not only that, but also when they kind of put the belt on him, you also had that feeling of like they're going to do the same thing with the North American title, where he only has it for like one defense.
Oh, that was my phone. Ooh.
Uh-oh. Ruh-roh.
Carry on.
Wrestling?
It's from just from Jordan.
Oh, okay.
Carry on.
All right, and then that's really the rest of that card for TakeOver.
Hey, you want to talk about Beatbox Brock?
Yeah.
I think it's the best thing ever.
So
I fucking love it.
I will say this. Super pissed that they dicked over the other 7 guys.
Yes.
But the end result of what we're getting right now is actually gold. Like, Lesnar,
I love the fact that Brock realizes he's a meme.
But not only that, but the other thing is that Brock not realizing that he had
a full
error.
Yes. Brock caring so little about the product that he's like, I've got a fucking year to cash this in.
Dude, I remember watching that.
And the moment where the bit where he's like, where Heyman's like, you didn't know? And he's like, no. And Heyman's like, how could you not know? And he just hits him with the piece of paper.
No, because let's put it in the full context. Heyman's reading the contract.
Yeah, he's reading it out loud.
And then as soon as he hits the 1 year part, Lesnar has this like,
Lesnar just like puts his hand on the microphone. He's like, what?
And he actually takes the contract and bitch slaps Heyman with it. Oh my god, it was great.
Why'd you tell me? You did. How did you not know?
But again, shitty way to end the pay-per-view.
Yes,
but we're getting some gold out of it.
This is what I'm saying. This is the Brock Lesnar that we need, right?
Yeah.
If Brock is going to remain around, he can't be what he was before. Can't be the stoic, I'm going to sit here and fight. He's come to terms with the fact he's a meme. And he's embracing it whole fucking hog. The Brock party is... I'm all about the Brock party. As long as it doesn't overstay its welcome.
Yeah. Because, did you see the one video that I shared where they had him where he's dancing with the thing like a beatbox? And, yep. All right, so Ben's walked away for a moment. I paused the recording. Sorry for my hacking and whacking. So while we're waiting for Ben to come back about Brock, so Terry Runnels was arrested at a security checkpoint at the Tampa airport on Wednesday, charged with possession of a concealed weapon. She was found with a loaded Glock 9mm and was booked on $2,000 bond, but has since bailed out. Apparently, she posted a video on Twitter and said she just forgot the gun was there. Runnels said that she has the gun because she had been helping out her mother's home, and they gave armadillos that ruined her garden and other critters that messed with chickens on the property, blah, blah, blah. Blah. Oh, Ben's back. Okay, cool.
Sorry about
Ready
that.
to rock and roll? All right.
Yeah, I've been having some insurance issues. And that was them finally calling to clear that shit up, so.
We gotta have those moments.
Yeah.
So yeah, going back to Brock. But yeah, did you see that video I shared on Facebook on, I think it was Tuesday?
Yeah.
Brock, and it's the Backstreet Boys.
Yeah.
Backstreet's back.
Backstreet's Brock.
Backstreet Brock.
Backstreet's Brock, alright.
Alright. But yeah, but I agree with the sentiment too, that he can't overstay. But how long is the right amount of time to keep it going? Because originally we thought he was going to cash in at Super Showdown and have the one-on-one match with Seth Rollins, which now is going to be Baron Corbin versus Seth Rollins. Or does Baron Corbin even make it out for the match?
You want to know what I ideally want to happen?
Shoot.
I want Brock to just go away again. And then show up at WrestleMania next year, like Seth did to him. Like, not have the thing where Brock continuously shows up and is a twat about it. Like, do a couple of things with the Brock party. Just have him go away. And then come back and do the whole...
cash in.
At WrestleMania. I don't want Brock to be heavily featured. I don't want it to be... again, I also don't want him to win it. I don't want him to win at WrestleMania. I want him to lose at WrestleMania. But...
yeah, because that's also a common fear at the same time, too, is this...
he absolutely needs to fail in his cash-in.
Yeah, if he wins the title, we're going to be stuck with another who the hell fuck knows long title reign, and we don't need that.
Yeah.
You know, the fact that Seth is on TV with that Universal title belt every night now is helping the title.
Yeah.
So, but the Brock party, man.
Like I said, I'm enjoying it for what it is right now. Much like with the Firefly Funhouse, it has to go somewhere eventually.
How are you liking Kofi as champion right now?
I think they wasted the Kevin Owens thing. That should have gone on for much longer.
Well, apparently the reason they're doing Dolph Ziggler is because
Kevin Owens won't go to Saudi Arabia. But what I'm saying is, Big O should have been a member of the New Day for a long time. Like, it shouldn't have been like a 2-week turn his back on him thing. It should have been like a Chris Jericho
long build.
Do
you think Big E coming back as quickly as he did kind of...
But he didn't. He came back so that they could get him on TV and then put him off TV again to get in because he got injured again. Like, that's the point here, is like they should have just kept Big E off TV until they were ready to do the turn.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's. I'm not gonna lie. Those segments though, with Kevin Owens trying to get initiated into the New Day,
Yeah, they were hilarious.
that was funny as shit.
Imagine if it had gone on for like 2 more weeks. Imagine if like they'd had a couple of matches with him and they weren't sure about whether he was going to join the New Day or not. Instead of just like having him in the course of one show. And each week they set him this new test. Right? And then at the end of it, they're like, congratulations, you're in the New Day. And that's the week that Big E comes back and it's like, guys, you gave away my spot? And they're like, oh man, KO, sorry man. At which point KO snaps and just kills all 3 of them. Like, that would have been brilliant. And it would have fit more the good guy aesthetic that they've been putting over to that point. But
thoughts on Sami Zayn dropping AEW in the electric chair segment?
So, funny story. We're going back to the Wrestling Observer. For those of you who know
it's kind of like a 50-50 split.
Anyone who knows anything about there are kind of 2 voices you hear a lot. First is Brian Alvarez, Dave Meltzer. According to Brian Alvarez's sources, that line was unscripted. According to Dave Meltzer's sources, it was absolutely scripted.
And from what I read, Brian had more sources than Dave.
Sure. But Brian conceded the point that it was probably scripted. So, did he really? Or did Dave just have better sources? Regardless. Anything else?
That crowd went like air just left the building when he did that though. That was
the "You're not MJF" sign on Raw was great.
Actually, let's talk about MJF for a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Because we had been seeing some tweets about MJF going like, "Oh, I hate you. You're not that good." Really?
To who?
To MJF, saying that like, "Oh, he's not good." And you know about some of the tweets that we're talking about here.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, though.
But he's supposed to piss you off.
That's the thing. And not only that, but one of the people that's really, really, really good at being the heel in the last couple of years has been MJF.
Yeah.
Think about
The Miz. Like, think about The Miz. The Miz and his safe wrestling. He's still one of the best heels and or faces in a long time.
Yeah.
So.
And not only that, but here's the other thing. Like, because one thing we didn't talk about with Double or Nothing was the Bret Hart coming out and unveiling the title.
Bret, there's a fan rushing the between that and at the very first thing that happened in the Royal Rumble, in the Battle Royal at the beginning, was he took the wrestler without any legs and just threw him in the corner and went, "Oh, I'm sorry, Lieutenant Dan." Like,
and this is why MJF is great.
I fucking
like. I love MJF, and I'll say
MJF.
But one of the things
I will say this: it is quite clear he's like a cut rate. But I don't give a shit. Like,
but one thing I will say about MJF is this: we saw it when he did the promo with Bret Hart when they unveiled the title. And I can say this from a personal experience too, because I've interviewed MJF. He is damn good at cutting promos and doing interviews.
Yeah.
And that is something that some people got, and some people don't. And he's got it.
Oh, he's got it for sure.
He's got
for sure.
It. And like, I can't wait to see how MJF will grow in AEW, especially when they hit TNT. Because that's the one guy I'm saying right now. I wouldn't be surprised this time next year. He's definitely, if not champion of some sort, is in some title picture.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So, I got nothing else.
So we usually do a fantasy. You have been going for like 2 hours. I'm doing fantasy. Fuck me.
Yep. I've only been drinking water and ginger ale. I haven't eaten anything yet.
Hey. So,
with that, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back in 2 weeks, like normal.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. We'll be back in 2 weeks.
It nearly wasn't an episode tonight, just so you're aware.
Wait, what?
Nearly wasn't an episode tonight.
Oh, because of the power?
Because of the power and the internet shit going on here, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad we did, because quite honestly, I have missed this.
Yeah,
personally.
Me too.
It's been a month. And, you know, shit, man. Well, I mean, also, let's be brutally honest.
We didn't talk about anything out of Money in the Bank.
Yeah, well, the other thing is that one of the things that people don't know why we weren't on for the last month, one, I was sick last week, and I was sick like a dog. Like, I was not able to be on the mic. And also, you were away doing a charity event.
Yeah, I was away from the 1st of May. I got back on the 19th. I was at the event called RPG Limit Break. You've heard me talk about it a lot here on the channel. You've heard it hosted here. You've heard me talk about it on my Twitter at BillPetitGoldfish. And we were raising money for NAMI, the National Alliance on Mental Illness. And we cracked. We raised over $200,000.
Fuck yeah, dude.
So yeah.
I was trying to get a special episode going. Not gonna throw out who or what, but unfortunately things didn't pan out schedule-wise, so that's why we didn't have like a little special with a special guest episode. I'm still working on that one though, because of who I want to have on and what's going on with him. So, but Ben, as we always do, to end the show, social medias, my good friend.
You can find me at Bob T Goldfish on the Twitters. You can find the channel at 321 Podcast or 3 Topics 2 Guys 1 Podcast on Facebook. There has been a lot more activity recently on the channel here, as I am very slowly prepping for my appearance on Mike Jones's podcast.
Fuck yeah.
Where eventually Mike and I will get around to discussing the various licensed Lego video games. And I realized I was like 3 games behind schedule, so I've got 3 Lego games to 100% before I show up on Mike's podcast. Because if I'm going to show up somewhere claiming to be an expert, I'm going to finish all of the fucking games. So yeah, also with summer coming around, Jordan will have some more time to play as well. So there will be more activity going on channel. That was the word I was looking for. Channel.
All right. And then, of course, ladies and gentlemen, you can find me at txhdhockey.com and then also txhdhockey.com/awesomemania for everything that we do for the show. Also, you can find me on Twitter at @TheLindenBomb75 and Facebook at facebook.com/x75productions. So with that, Ben, this was a blast, my friend.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, I fucking missed this shit.
I want to carry on with this, but holy shit, I'm hungry.
Yep. So with that, ladies and gentlemen,
in the words of the 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln, be excellent to each other. Party on, dudes.
And that's how I ended it, baby.
And that's the end of the recording. We're not going to stick around for too long post-show. Just one thing I did want to bring up that I didn't think was worth mentioning on air, but one of the things that has come out today is the rumored reason why EC3 is getting so buried on the main roster is apparently he was in a feud with Dean Ambrose on house shows at the beginning of the year when Dean was supposed to be a heel, but people were cheering Dean Ambrose because that was about the time that Dean was doing the whole anti-WWE thing. So apparently EC3 is being punished for people cheering Dean Ambrose. I am very, very worried about what they're going to do to Renee Young.
It's going to be interesting.
Because we know full fact that after Punk left, AJ Lee got it right in the fucking teeth. So...
But the difference between AJ and Renee is that AJ was a wrestler. So
it
they
doesn't
could
mean
punish
they
her in the
treat
ring.
her like shit.
Yeah. So, yeah. What are the dates for that, the Wilkes?
It's
14th, 28th.
July 20th. So we'd be leaving on the 19th.
Okay, hold on.
Driving back on the 21st.
31st, 14th, 28th, 12th, 26th. I could probably talk to Kobe about switching days and say, hey, can you do the 12th and I do the 19th?
All right.
For a half day. I mean, if anything, I get off at 4:30.
Yeah, because I'm not sure what time Jordan's gonna get off, so I'll add you to the conversational thread.
Yeah, because like the thing is that I was also waiting to hear more information from you guys.
We don't have much more information right now. We just have dates, and we're starting to work on the information now. So,
gotcha. Yeah, because that was the type of stuff I thought that we also had agreed that, oh yeah, pitch me more information so I can also work what I need to work on my end too. So, because I was actually just talking about it the other day with my mom. So,
all right.
But
I'm gonna add you into that conversation.
All right. Oh, and by the way, because I know I texted it to you, but happy fucking birthday.
Thank you, sir.
I actually was going to pull off something, but I completely forgot to, where I was going to throw this on. I'll wait for you to look up.
Hey!
I was going to throw this on, but it wouldn't have worked with the headphones.
That's why I use in-ears.
I can't I can't wear the earbuds because they actually damage my eardrums. So I actually can't put. I mean, I can use Q-tips to clean out my ears, but I can't actually have like little, micro or speakers in my ears and stuff like that. It'll hurt.
All right, dude. Well, I'm gonna go because food.
Yep, I'm right there with you, buddy.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We are gonna do a host for. We're gonna raid from an NTG. Set that up.
Wow, I've missed 121 messages.
Wow, dude.
No, that's from the chat you just put me in.
All right, I'm gonna do the host. Thank you for watching, everybody, and we will see you next time.
Peace.
Peace.